All right, so welcome to another deep dive with us. And today we're going to be looking at something a little different. We've got a sales pitch, actually. It's for this relationship advice program called Passion Phrases. And I got to tell you, it's wild. It's really over the top. So get ready for some serious marketing flair.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is interesting, right? It seems like this program is really tapping into our desire for love and connection, which we all have, right?
Hmm.
I mean, and the language they use is definitely attention grabbing, especially that obsession switch thing.
Yeah, right. I mean, they promise to, like, literally make a man obsessed with you.
Exactly.
Use all this vivid imagery. I mean, obsessive, passionate, even crazy about you. I mean, it's like, wow.
It's definitely designed to get you hooked. But you know what's actually kind of clever is how they connect it to a real psychological concept. Like this thing called the seeking system.
Right.
And this system drives motivation and focus, And it can even play a role in romantic attraction. I mean, just think about all those butterflies you feel when you're falling for someone.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. So are they saying, like, you can actually control a man-seeking system, like make him just crave you?
I mean, that's definitely the implication, right? And,
Yeah.
what's really interesting is they use this analogy of a catchy song. You know those earworms that you just can't get out of your head?
Yeah, yeah.
They claim these passion phrases work like that, making you totally unforgettable to a man.
Okay, I mean, that's a pretty powerful image. But so how do these phrases actually work? Like, they mention all these different categories, connection phrases and hoop phrases. It's like a whole communication system or something.
Yeah, it is. They break the program down into these different types of phrases, each with a
Hmm.
specific purpose, right? So like connection phrases, those are all about building rapport,
Hmm.
intimacy. And then hoop phrases, those create a kind of playful challenge,
Yeah.
to keep him engaged, wanting more.
Interesting. So it's kind of like a game almost.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so they've got all these different categories, and they use this story, right, to illustrate how these passion phrases work
Yeah.
about this couple, Amy and Dan.
Yes, exactly. The Amy and Dan story, it's like this classic relationship drama. It's got everything. It's got the near breakup, the other woman,
Oh,
and then a dramatic reunion. It's really clever storytelling, right? Because
wow.
it makes these abstract concepts really relatable.
Yeah, totally, totally. And it keeps you hooked. It's like a soap opera almost or something.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, no, what's going to happen? Is she going to get him back?
Yeah, yeah.
So Dan, like, he starts pulling away from her, wants space, and then Amy finds out he's seeing someone else. Pretty classic relationship problem, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's definitely something that happens, unfortunately. And what's interesting is how they use this story, right? They use it to showcase the effectiveness of this program. Like
Ah.
Amy actually uses these passion phrases to try and rekindle his interest.
Oh, wow.
And eventually he comes back to her realizing he made a mistake.
Oh, how dramatic.
It is. It's a
Yeah.
pretty compelling sales pitch.
Right, yeah. It makes you really think about how you communicate in your own relationships.
Yeah.
Right? Like maybe there are ways to express yourself more effectively
hmm
and create that spark. I don't know. I mean, what really stood out to you in this Amy and Dan story?
I think what's really intriguing is how they break down their behavior, right? Like we see these classic signs of disinterest from Dan. And then initially, Amy reacts in a way that, might just push him further away.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then she starts using the passion phrases, and then things start to change. Like Dan becomes more attentive, more engaged, and ultimately he realizes he doesn't want to lose her.
Interesting. So it's like, even if you do make a mistake or two, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the message here.
You can still turn things around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It really highlights how communication can just make or break a relationship.
Yeah.
And, sometimes just a few well-chosen words can really make all the difference. And the program, it claims to offer you those
Absolutely.
words, these powerful phrases that can transform your love life.
Okay. So they give you these specific words to use.
Yeah.
And that's the secret sauce, right? It definitely makes you wonder if it could work in your own relationship, right? Like, could it help you create more intimacy, more passion, lasting love? I mean, it's a very tempting idea, right?
It is. It is. And that's what makes the sales pitch so effective. I mean, it taps into our deepest desires and offers this seemingly simple solution.
Right. Like, you don't have to do all this work. You just say these magic words and you're good.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay, well, interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into this whole obsession switch thing.
Okay, yeah.
Because the sales pitch, claims it's based on this real part of the male brain. Like it's hardwired in there, the seeking system, they call it.
Right.
And they even quote this Dr. Jack Panksepp, who's like a legit neuroscientist. So they're really trying to give it some scientific weight.
Yeah, they definitely emphasize the like scientific basis for the program. Like it's
Yeah.
not just some made up thing. They
Yeah.
say this seeking system, it's what drives men to go after what they want.
Right.
And women can learn to tap into that like primal drives. It's like you become the ultimate prize, you
Yeah,
know?
the thing he just can't resist. It's
Yeah.
a pretty compelling idea. And, to be fair, the seeking system is a real thing. It's a neurobiological mechanism. It's
Yeah.
what motivates us to explore, to set goals, to achieve things.
All right.
And yeah, it can definitely play a role in romantic attraction too. Think about that feeling of chasing after something you really, really want.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. That's a good feeling. Like when you're like so close to reaching a goal or something.
Exactly, exactly. Like
Yeah.
getting that promotion. And the program suggests that you can trigger this feeling in a man, making him feel that same drive and determination, but like directed towards you.
Yeah.
You become the goal.
So it's not just like saying the right words then.
Yeah.
It's more about like triggering this deeper desire within them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. That's fascinating. But, it also kind of makes you wonder, like, is it ethical to, like, mess with someone's feelings like that?
That's a good point, right? I mean, it's a valid concern for sure. But, think about it this way. Every interaction we have influences the other person, right?
Hmm.
Even in small ways, like a smile, a kind word, a simple gesture can shift someone's mood or perception.
Right.
So, maybe this Passion Phrases program is just a more like structured approach to that, right? It's leveraging these natural human responses.
Yeah. So instead of looking at it as like manipulation or something, maybe it's more about just understanding how communication works and using that knowledge to create, a better, more fulfilling relationship.
Exactly. Exactly. That's a much more like empowering way to look at it.
Right.
It's not about tricking anyone or being deceitful, right? It's about understanding the psychology of attraction and using that knowledge to express yourself better, to build a strong connection with someone.
Okay. So it's more about like being authentic, but just understanding how to communicate that authenticity effectively.
Yeah, like be your best self, right?
Okay.
Communicate in a way that inspires love and desire.
Okay. I like that. I like that. So they also give you like bonus guides, right? To like help you better understand men.
They do.
Okay.
All about male psychology.
Okay. What are some of those about?
So like one of them is called, get this, The Ultimate Guide to Men.
Okay.
And it claims to reveal, how men really think
Mhm.
and what he wants from you in your relationship. It sounds pretty insightful.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So it's not just about like getting him obsessed with you. It's about building a strong foundation, understanding each other better.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. What else? What other bonuses are there?
There's another one called Passion Secrets that's supposed to reveal like relationship-saving secrets.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right, like a secret weapon. It's designed to help you navigate all the challenges, that inevitably come up in relationships. It's about resolving conflict, rekindling that spark.
Right, keeping the passion alive,
Right.
over the long term, not just the honeymoon phase.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's like a whole toolbox of solutions for relationship
Yeah.
problems. Okay, interesting. What else? What else is there? I'm curious.
Okay, so this one's a little more playful. They have a section called, wait for it, Love Games.
Oh, love games. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
It's all about the dynamics of attraction, like the subtle ways we can spark desire and keep that flame burning, right? And they emphasize the importance of playfulness. Spontaneity in a relationship. It's about creating excitement, anticipation, keep things interesting.
Okay. So it's not about like playing mind games with your partner. It's more about keeping things fun and adventurous.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it. I like it. What else? What else? They have like a dirty talk section, right?
Oh, yeah, they do. Dirty talk phrases. Pretty self-explanatory, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sounds fun.
It's all about, using language to enhance intimacy,
Right.
sexual connection. Express your desires in a way that feels authentic and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can definitely help like spice things up in the bedroom.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So like exploring those deeper levels of intimacy. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So what else is in this program?
Okay, so they also include this bonus called power phrases. And they claim these are like special scripts, right? They'll cut through even the most aloof man's shields.
Oh.
Make him, and I quote, putty in your hands.
All right. So what is that all about? Like, how does that work?
It's all about assertiveness
Okay.
and confidence in communication, like expressing your needs and desires clearly, directly, Not being afraid to set boundaries, to ask for what you want.
Okay, so it's about empowering yourself,
Yeah.
not about like controlling the other person.
Exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
so we've got passion phrases, we've got all these bonus guides, we've got love games, dirty talk, power phrases. What's the bottom line here? Like, is this program really the key to like lasting love?
Well, I think that's really up to each individual to decide, right? But what this program offers is a framework for understanding the dynamics of attraction. It gives you these tools to communicate your desires more effectively. And, it gives you this new way of thinking about relationships and like provides some practical strategies for creating more passion and connection. I mean, let's be honest, who wouldn't want more of that in their life?
Totally, totally. Yeah. And they, talk about the price of the program too, right? They frame it as like an exclusive coaching
Oh,
experience.
yeah, for sure. Something that would normally cost a fortune if you were working with them one-on-one, like in person.
Right. Yeah, yeah. Like they say, they usually charge like $150 an hour or something for their coaching sessions.
It's like they're creating this sense of exclusivity, like
Yeah.
you're getting access to something really special.
Totally, yeah, like a VIP, behind the scenes kind of thing. And then they sweeten the deal with all those bonuses. You get the passion phrases, but then you get all the extra guides on male psychology, relationship secrets, those love games, even the dirty talk phrases.
It's like a whole relationship transformation toolkit. They're really trying to give you everything you need.
Right. It's like a one-stop shop for like fixing your love life.
Yeah,
And then to top it all off, they offer a money-back guarantee.
they do. A 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it risk-free.
That's awesome. So if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
just get your money back.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like they're saying, we're so confident in our program, we're willing to put our money where our mouth is.
It's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
Okay, so final verdict time. What do
Yeah.
you think? Is this passion phrases program like worth checking out?
Well, based on what we've seen, it definitely offers a unique approach, right?
Yeah.
To understanding relationships. And it gives you a whole collection of communication techniques that could actually be really effective.
Okay.
And the emphasis on understanding male psychology, building intimacy, maintaining passion. I mean, it's definitely appealing.
For sure. For sure.
And then all those bonus materials, they add a ton of value, right? All that information and strategies for creating a more fulfilling love life. Plus, the money back guarantee takes away the risk.
Right. You really have nothing to lose at that point.
Exactly. So, ultimately, the decision is up to each individual, right?
Yeah.
But for anyone who's looking to improve their communication skills, enhance intimacy, create a more passionate relationship, I think this Passion Phrases program is definitely worth considering.
It's compelling, right? It makes you think about love and relationships in a whole new way.
Yeah, yeah.
And it gives you these practical tools to create the kind of connection you want. I mean, who knows? Maybe these passion phrases really could be the key to like unlocking a whole new chapter in your love life.
If you're willing to put in the effort, embrace the concepts, it could be really transformative.
Totally. So relationships, they're a journey, right?
Yeah.
Not a destination.
That's a good way to put it.
And this program, it could be like a guidebook for that journey.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, love is out there. And with the right tools and mindset, you can create the relationship of your dreams.
Well said. Well said. That's it for our deep dive today. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks for joining us.
And maybe you even learned a thing or two about, relationships and communication. So until next time, keep exploring and keep the passion alive.
See you next time.